How's it going, everybody? I am back in Fallout 4 at Croup Manor, and so this time I'm going to actually just be building a junk wall around the settlement, and so all I'm doing right here is trying to find my place anywhere tool. I'm literally running around my settlement trying to find my place anywhere tool, but I found it. And so I'm basically just gonna try to follow the outline of the road around the house, around the driveway, or the fence around the driveway, not the road. So, um, basically just gonna try to do an outline around that with junk fences, including the actual fencing. Uh, Including my fencing that's already in the game. And so I try to kind of reinforce that fencing with junk fences. Like right here, there's kind of a curved piece. Well, it's not necessarily curved, but there's pieces that kind of form a curve. And so I try to fill in that gap behind it to kind of reinforce it. And I just pick it up and I move it a little bit. And I moved it a little bit too far forward, so I end up placing it and then just scooting it back and then inching it a little bit to the left. But then to make a gate for this place, I went ahead and found the gate that has it's got the Minutemen logo on it. So this is from USO, and the retextured section of the junk walls, you can find a retextured junk wall with the Minutemen flag on the front of it, which is kind of cool. And it works exactly the same. But if you move this down, or when I move this down, I try to get that the tires on the right and the cinder blocks on the left to clip into the ground, but they actually don't without the front of the fence or the front of the gate clipping in. So I just use some junk tire stacks. I just kind of pile those in front of it, trying to block up as much as I can. And I do like how that looks. And I just realized that that tire is sticking through. I didn't even notice that the first time. Okay, well, then I also just go around a little bit farther to kind of make it look like we were just building up out front. And I don't have any on that left side of the gate, but I do continue the fence. So I just grab some of the wooden fence in the junk wall and fences section, and I just go ahead and I place these up in a line a little bit farther down towards the house. I do like 3 sections, I think, just because I'm trying to make it look like the fence was also over here. But I just go ahead and I use place anywhere to line these up. And I just try to, I didn't bother with the post. I just kind of placed those in by hand. I didn't really try to use place anywhere for these. I think for this one I may have ended up messing with place anywhere. Yeah, so I moved that one in because I couldn't get it to actually place. But I just tried to place those in the ground. I didn't really care about their height, but I tried to line up these actual fence pieces. I tried to line those up with each other on the height. So the peaks of the corners on the top, I tried to line those up with the other fence. So I just went ahead and I placed that down. And then I placed down another post. I move it up a little bit because it doesn't really match with all the other ones. And then I just go ahead and continue the fence. I use this fence corner to kind of force the wall to go towards this wall over here. And I thought about having a door at first, and then I was trying to figure out what exactly I wanted to do. And eventually I just grab a junk wall, just a random junk fence. And then I just kind of use place anywhere to line it up between that corner junk fence and that right junk fence. And then this bit right here where I cut, I just placed some fences, like, or balcony railings on to the old fence to kind of make it look like they reinforced it. Place some like plywood up there, place some wooden beams to make it look a little bit more defended, fill in some of those gaps and stuff. And then I just continue the junk wall around the driveway on this left side. And I do leave a bit of a gap. So right here, I place down one more piece, and then I kind of skip over where these rocks are. So there's a giant pile of leaves and dirt, and then some trees right here. I end up deleting these trees and dirt and stuff. And I kind of wanted something in this area that they could see out of. And I see that I can get rid of this, and so what I do here in a second is I'm pretty sure that I pick that up. So I'm just looking at like the area, trying to get a lay of the land, and then I pick that up and I look at the area, and I like how the rock formation is just on its own without that giant pile of dirt and stuff. So I get rid of that, and I destroy some of these like random things over here, the car and everything. But then I go ahead and I go back to the junk fences and I grab like a car stack. So I place this down over here, grab my place anywhere tool, and I go ahead and use place anywhere to glitch it down a little bit into the ground. So it doesn't look too bad. I try to get rid of some of these floating pieces. I move it down a little bit farther. The front end of the car is kind of glitched into the ground, which is okay. Just kind of buried a little bit. And to kind of get rid of that, kind of clipping into the ground, I guess, I just try to cover it up with another set of like cars stacked up on top of it. And then I grab another car that's up on the side, and I try to glitch it down so it doesn't quite look like it's gonna fall. I just move these pieces. Those are added to the game with custom vanilla assets, so that's a really useful mod. Highly suggested to anybody. You can find it if you just look up CVA on the Bethesda.net on the mod menu. You can find it pretty easily, and it adds a lot of stuff into the game. Something that I use the most is lighting. You can get like some invisible lighting, which is really useful to kind of light up some areas that maybe the lights aren't bright enough for you. And then instead of using some more cars, I use a boat because we're right by the coast, and I thought that it would be fitting for the environment. And then small little gap, but that's okay. I move it over a little bit to kind of line up with that car. And I didn't want to connect it to the house because I want people to be able to access the back of the house from this side. So I think that I I placed that down. Yeah, those beams are kind of floating a little bit, and it's okay. That's kind of glitched into the ground anyway, so they're a little bit supported. And then I just take this piece and I place it at the very end. I try to make it not clip too bad into the ground, but I place it at the end so kind of it leads you to the edge of the cliff. And I figured that this side would kind of be hard to get to anyway because all these rocks and stuff. It's a little bit harder to climb up, but people can climb anything in real life. In the game, not necessarily. So what I do, because people will be able to climb up this side, so I just place down some spikes that's got some barbed wire, I think, and stuff. It's got like a Mirelurk shell. This is from Far Harbor. If you go in the fences and walls section under barricades, it's got this. And I just try to glitch it into the ground a little bit so nothing looks like it's floating. And this is just me trying to figure out what that rock does, because it let me pick it up. And then for this area, because it's so open, I wanted to place down some spikes, and I was trying to figure out where. I thought about getting rid of these. I look at the area after I pick it up, and it kind of makes it a little bit more open. Right there, you can see it's kind of more open. So what I do is I just place down these spikes, and then I place them right there. But this is the finished junk wall around the settlement. I think at some point I may, maybe not in a video, but I may finish the junk wall on the backside of the house on my own. I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot more videos here. I'm probably going to do a few out front. I'm not entirely sure because there's a couple things that I want to do. So there might be like 3 videos or so. 3 plus. We'll just say 3 plus because I don't want to block myself out from doing more. So we're just going to say 3 plus for now. But let me know what you guys think of this build. If there's anything that you guys you think that would be cool out in this settlement, let me know because I would be interested in hearing it. I think I may do some towers or guard posts or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this build. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I don't know where we're at the time of this recording, but I've either hit 600 subs or I'm still just below 600 subs. But if I'm there, thank you guys for 600 subscribers. That's awesome. If not, help me get there. We're really close. And I've been really close for like a month now, it feels like. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.